Alrighty, welcome to the PSBS, that's the PlayStation Position Podcast. I'm your host, Code TPS, and Bye Boys. My coach here is...
Injurious double.
Yeah, that dramatic pause there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the eve of New Year's Eve. Another eve of Eve,
Yeah.
like last week.
Well, yeah, that's how
Uh,
Christmas and New Year's work. They're 7 days apart.
how many more days do we have left of Christmas now? Because according to Christians and Catholics, Christmas is celebrated over 8 days after the 25th.
Really?
So yeah,
I thought that
technically,
was
yeah,
like
there's
I
eight
thought that was
days.
like a Hanukkah thing. Hanukkah's a 7 day holiday.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no, no.
Then where does... Okay, because there's that song, 12 Days of
Yeah,
Christmas, in the old... How's that?
yeah. Well, I don't know. For some reason, it's only 8 days. I don't know. That's what I've been learning about in the Catholic faith. So I don't know. So we're still, I mean, I'm still celebrating Christmas. So like every day,
Yeah,
just
I guess.
yeah, it's still celebrating
It's like,
Christmas.
no, I stick to the... Well, no, I believe that Christmas is a 2 day holiday because you have your Christmas Eve and your Christmas.
Yeah, that's just the Eve. But
No,
I don't
no,
know. I
no,
guess
it is a
now I
holiday for
did.
me because like Christmas Eve, we go to see some family on Christmas Eve and then do a whole celebration. And then Christmas morning, we go see other family and do the whole thing again. So it is a 2 day holiday for me at least, and I think for most people, Christmas is a 2 day holiday
8 days of Christmas. Well,
because and even 2 days is too much sometimes. So there's no way anybody would celebrate an 8 day holiday.
8 days. I know that's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know if I should authoritatively say that. I mean, I don't know. It's just
No, it's just like a fun fact. Christmas was originally an 8 day holiday, but now it's only a
yeah.
2 day holiday. So just a fun fact to
Always
start
good.
the episode with. The more you know. Or no, what's the other one? Oh, now I know. And knowing is half the battle.
And what you know is good for you.
There you go. All those little knowledge quotes and what they call them. Just
Well, we're gonna see what's good for me in a second once you get to see
get to
what we get to see what's for PlayStation Plus next month.
yes. Let's just start with that because that's always a good thing to start with. Yeah, Sony announced today what games will be free with PlayStation Plus starting January 5th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, it's starting January 5th. So let's run down what's going to be available. Let's go from bottom to top. So on Vita, we're getting Legends of War Patton. It's a History Channel game, apparently, for the Vita.
What the heck is that?
Yep. And also we're getting
Yeah.
Nihilumbra. 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 Not sure how you pronounce that, and I'm not even sure what it's about. But that's coming to Vita.
Uh, that's
On
always
P-
a good
on
thing.
PS3, we're getting two very different games. One really good one and one really bad one. So on,
Yeah.
so on PS3 for really good, we're getting Dragon Age Origins. So I know you haven't played Dragon Age Origins, so you should go redeem that.
At least redeem it.
Go redeem
But
it.
then I have to play it on a non-relevant console.
Yeah, but you get to see the origins of Dragon Age.
I guess like if I'm able to play it with my PlayStation 4 controller, that I hope.
Yeah,
But
you
I
can just
don't
plug it
know. I
in
mean,
with the wire and all that good stuff.
yeah, some things haven't been PlayStation compatible with
Because
the PS4.
Dragon Age Origins is so good, so good. I mean, I loved Inquisition also last year, but Origins is just so good.
And then we get the critical and commercial failure,
Yes,
Medal of Honor Warfighter.
yep. Medal of Honor Warfighter, that failed attempt to revive the Medal of Honor franchise for a new
Well,
generation.
second failed attempt.
Second one. Oh wait, well, which one's the other one? There's just isn't there three of
Just
them,
Medal of Honor.
or just
No. Well, I mean, any from the
well the
2010s,
rebooted
I mean,
ones?
just
Yeah, there's the Medal of Honor, and then there's Medal of Honor Warfighter.
yeah, it was just I don't know what the first one. I didn't even bother with Warfighter because Medal of Honor was so bad.
At least it looked good visually.
For the time, it probably doesn't look that good anymore.
Yeah, by the time it was like, oh my god, that was actually
Plus,
really good.
the multiplayer, I don't know. It's just I appreciate at least it dealt with the Taliban, get to shoot some tallies, but which was pretty good. But other than that, I mean, both multiplayer wise and see this is kind of like the multiplayer shooters that we're kind of getting now. They're just ones that just come out and just die really quick, and Um, I mean, at least Medal of Honor had a campaign, albeit a crappy one, but I don't know. It's just it was a crummy game. And it came out in 2010, and then you had Warfighters came out in 2012 or 2013,
Yeah, I
late
mean,
2012.
yeah, Medal of Honor was just a weird game because, EA was sitting here thinking, oh man, we need to put out
Revive it,
revive a shooter that can compete with Call of Duty. And I'm like,
Call of Duty. Yeah,
but you already got one. Why are you trying?
Battlefield.
Yeah, you have Battlefield. Like, you don't need to sit here and try to, revive Medal of Honor. You have Battlefield. And that was the thing with Medal of Honor. Like, if they would have took Medal of Honor and said, no, we're going to keep this like a World War II shooter, that would have been unique and
Yeah,
something to stick with. But no, they modernized it just like Battlefront, Battlefield and Call of Duty. They made it, modernized it, and there's nothing unique to it. They should have kept it as a World War II shooter just so it could have been something unique and different to compete with the rest of those franchises. You know, but I don't know.
would have been. Yeah, like we said in previous episodes, that I would like the old classic Medal of Honor PS2 games. Those PS2 to PS4 classics.
Hmm.
And I want Brothers in Arms to return in some way. And I forgot which company was it. No, not Ubisoft. It was EA, right?
For
That's
what?
liking the open world games or shooter kind of games. I forgot which one, but both of them already have shooters. Ubisoft,
Yeah,
Far
Ubisoft's
Cry.
yeah Ubisoft's big shooter franchise is Far Cry. Even though it's I don't know, it's an open world exploratory shooter, so it's a bit different than the you know
Yeah, they don't have a straightforward, but you know what I mean, like a story driven. I mean, Star Far Cry is story driven, but you can just do whatever you want in Far Cry. But like I'm talking like a story driven single player kind of game.
yeah, they're like kind of like I don't want to say on rails, like
Wolfenstein, if
corridor,
you
like
want.
you're going from point A to point B, for the most part.
Yeah, like Wolfenstein.
Yeah. Yeah, Ubisoft
They
doesn't
don't have those
have
games.
that. I don't think they do. Well,
They do not.
if they would do Rainbow Six differently, that's the third person most of the time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they gotta get wherever the rights of Brothers in Arms lie, they should revive that series and have it World War II, and that's what would differentiate it and beat Call of Duty to the punch if they were ever to go back.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know because Gearbox did
Gear.
Brothers in Arms, and I don't know if they own the IP or not. Because now Gearbox is owned by 2K, and I don't know if 2K has the
Yeah.
rights to Brothers in Arms or not because it might still be at
I
Ubisoft.
don't think they do.
Because it might
Yeah,
still
it's
be at
probably still
Ubisoft.
like so. It probably is. Yeah, I don't think 2K owns it. Um, but I don't know. That's what kind of I feel. But anyways, what other games we got on Plus?
Okay, yeah, that was a PS3. And on PS4, we're getting Hardware Rivals,
Oh, Hardware Rivals.
which is, as far as I know, it's a new game launching for free.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you do in it. I assume you have
Uh,
rivals. There's hardware involved.
this isn't exciting.
Yeah.
Nothing these are getting me excited.
And well, the last one on PS4 is a good one. If you haven't already got it, Grim Fandango Remastered is free for PS4 and Vita.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. It's been about a year since
It's
that
been,
came out,
yeah, it's
anyways.
been about a year. Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, didn't I just buy this? And I'm like, well, yeah, you bought it 12 months ago, last January.
Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of time. So now anyone that assumes if they don't want to get a Double Fine game at launch, you could just wait for it to be on Plus in about a year or 6 months.
Yeah, because that's what happened with Broken Age. Like I thought about getting Broken Age, and I was like, and then there it was, free on Plus a few months later. So
Probably because really nobody bought it.
yeah,
At least legit, you know what I mean? Like
so you
not through
so you
Plus.
know what that means. Be hesitant on Day of the Tentacle.
Oh yeah.
Unless you
Well, the
really
one
want it. I don't want to discourage you if you really want. If you really want Day of the Tentacle, go buy it. Sure, have your fun. But just let it be known that it will be free on Plus at some point.
or what was the other one that they were gonna Full Throttle?
Full throttle. Oh yeah, the other one. Yeah, the other remaster they're doing is Full Throttle.
But that one I'm really curious about. But actually, I really wanted Day of the Tentacle, but maybe I might actually just wait until
It's free.
it's
It'll be
free.
free within 12 months. It'll be free. So
Yeah, or hell, even six. Who knows?
by next March, it'll be free.
Like if it doesn't even crack the sales charts on PlayStation for the month.
Yeah.
Have you noticed like games that have been on the sales charts on PlayStation? Like none of them are even like kind of like just strictly PSN games anymore. Like they've all been like retail games that are just also digital.
Oh,
Like not too often do you see like what are some digital only games that are not on retail?
I guess people want to buy
Uh,
retail games.
yeah, I know people are really buying like the retail games
They're physical,
digitally.
physical
Like
copies.
but I don't know. What do you think about that lineup? Wait, did you even say the last game? You said Grim Fandango. What was the other one from
Yeah, I said
PS4?
hardware rivals.
I don't know. What do you think? Does that excite you? Is this kind of like one of the weaker months in PlayStation that
I
we
mean,
kind of faced?
it's one of those things where like, okay, on Vita, I don't really know any of those two games. On PS3, yeah, Medal of Honor is really bad, but Dragon Age Origins is
Mhm.
really good. But the thing is, you should have played it by now. Um, and it's one of those things where, like, even if you go and play Origins right now, yeah, it's really good. But like, if you like say you haven't played it by now, it's like, God, that's really intimidating because you got to play all of Origins, and then it's not the complete edition, so none of the DLC's in it.
Yeah,
Um,
you gotta buy it yourself.
so you want to play the DLC, Awakening, and all that good stuff. And then you're gonna be like, nah, I gotta go play Dragon Age 2, and then Inquisition, and all that. Because I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to play, but it's still so good. It's like Dragon Age Inquisition. I finally got the DLC for that game. Um, because over the weekend, the flash sale, one of the games including the flash sale was Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year edition, and it has all the DLC in it, and it was on sale for $25, which is $20 less than if I were to buy all the DLC individually.
So you bought the game twice.
Well, I like to think that I bought the DLC at a huge discount, and then I just got the game digitally for free, like tossed in.
Oh, well, yeah.
So so in theory, I could sell my physical copy, even though I don't want to.
I don't think you get anything.
Yeah, the first edition is not worth much right now.
Two rations for you.
So oh, it's like a
Yeah.
quarter. No, he says it's a quarter portion. That's what he says.
Oh, my bad. The quarter,
The
quarter.
portion.
You get. Oh, for that, jeez, you
Yeah,
only
two
get like no,
two
you
quarter
get
portion.
like a quarter. No, you get a quarter of a portion.
That's an eighth of a portion,
Yeah,
half. But yeah. So I wouldn't get much for it anyway. But yeah, no, I thought that was a good deal because, like I said, each DLC there's three big DLC packs for Inquisition, like story DLC, and each one's $15. So it cost me like $45 to buy all of it. So for 25, that was a good deal. Plus, like I said, now I have a digital copy of the game. So it's pretty good. Pretty good deal though on that. Um, and
I don't
then
know. This month, not
yeah,
good.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of whatever. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is great. Like I said, if you haven't already bought it, that's a good one. Hardware Rivals, couldn't get the word out. I don't know because it's going to be like launching for free, so I don't know how good that is. So I don't know. It's like Sony needs to get another Rocket League out there. That big
I
game that
know.
like because Rocket League was a game where like people were like, oh, that's neat, and
Nobody
then
talked about.
like
No,
nobody talked about it before it came out, but then when it came free, everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try it." And then it became this huge hit. Like everyone's playing Rocket League, and it became this huge hit, and people loved it. Putting a whole lot of time into it, and now it's releasing on Xbox One soon, or it already did. I don't remember.
it's
Um,
just. You don't think? Look, I'm playing devil's advocate of commenters. You know, at this point, coming in 2 years, PlayStation 4, no AAA games. Really, none. You don't think at this point? Like, we're not gonna get our like the ones that are like. Okay, now my prediction's wrong. I mean, even though it came pretty close, the Order 1886, like I predicted that was gonna be free, even though it was $10. Came pretty close,
well, here's the
but
thing. Here's the thing. Next month would be 1 year of the order, so they could put it for free next
yeah,
month.
yeah. I mean, even though I did predict by the end of the year, but
Well,
just
we'll give
any in
you
general.
well,
Like I say, Knack or Killzone Shadowfall or like
well, we'll
anything.
well, we'll give you the point if it becomes free next month because that's 1 year of launch. That's going to be
Yeah.
free,
I mean, dang. I
right?
mean, like, yes, the award, but I mean, I came pretty close. I mean, the game was like $10.
Yeah,
It
you
was
can get
like,
the game for $10. I mean, that's the thing. Like everybody's saying, why can't these launch titles be free? Like something like
yeah, yeah.
Knack or Killzone
Even though the game's not good.
or even like something like Infamous. Well, Infamous First Light was free, just not Infamous Second.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I mean, they're still like getting like people who buy it for like $15 or $20 to go get it. So I
yeah,
don't know.
but that's what I'm getting at. Like these games, those games people are saying, why aren't these free? You can get for like 10 to 20 bucks right now.
Yeah,
You,
and even those $10 to $20 is like 3 months of plus, but you know what I mean. Like, just kind of get it.
you know, it's just like for
Not
ten
that
bucks you can go get like Killzone Shadowfall, and you know it's $10, and it's like if you don't really feel like playing it now for $10, are you gonna really feel like playing it for free? Especially because then you're gonna
bad.
download 50 gigs plus updates. You know,
Well, it doesn't even matter when you get the disc. It's still going to be a lot of updates.
yeah, but okay, well at least with the disc, you know, you put the disc in and it takes like
It,
maybe
it,
a minute or two to put 50 gigs on your thing. Then you got down the updates. But for PlayStation Plus, you'd have to download the whole game, you know, straight to your thing, plus the updates, plus go
oh,
download all the free map packs that they put out, so
oh,
you can
doctor,
stay in the multiplayer loop
if you want to,
if you want to.
if there's anyone on there, by the way,
Well, I mean, if it became free,
that
the
aside.
online
Oh, it would,
get a boost.
it would, yeah, it would have a spike if once because we've seen games have a spike. Like I remember when Bioshock 2 was free for Plus. Like I knew I had to go back on there because people would have probably downloaded it and go to the multiplayer. Uh, yeah, there are probably games that spike because it's free
Yeah,
for a period of time. But I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Just I kind of wish at this point we did have a little bit of something like even like maybe some garbage third party game. I'm not saying that we should get back. I'll say like Thief or like just stuff that was kind of forgotten.
Yeah, because I think that's what we said on the show. Like the only like big like PS4 retail game they put out free was like
The order.
Injustice.
Oh well, yeah, the order. Yeah, well, yeah. So far that they put out against
Was
Injustice,
Injustice? Yeah, Injustice was free,
and that was a
and
lot.
and Garden Warfare was free, but that was outside of Plus. That was like a EA
Uh,
saying, "Hey, here you go, take this." You know?
but I don't know. Maybe just at the same time, not to be me, maybe Sony really has no reason to do it.
I mean, they kind of don't. It's just it's
Nope,
like,
not
what do
at all.
we?
Game
Because
selling
like,
their own.
yeah, the game's selling their own, and it's one of those things where like, what can we give you for free that's not already dirt cheap? You know? Anyway,
Exactly. So and then the other recent ones, maybe ones that I think that not a lot of people bought was Tearaway Unfolded, but like it's on sale right now for $20. That just
yeah,
came out
see,
like in
yeah, see, that would be
September.
a good one too to put for free.
Yeah, yeah, they never made it free for Plus on Vita. I'm surprised that's never been free on Vita.
Yeah,
I think it's that time for it on Vita,
yeah, because
but
even Uncharted was free for the longest time on Vita. Golden
yeah,
Abyss,
no.
the big
And then
headliner
like,
game of the Vita.
I don't think Mercenary ever free?
Yes, Mercenary was free.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I think it's Tearaway's turn to become free on Plus.
Yeah,
Every Media Molecule game at one point has been free for Plus. Little Big Planet 3 would be a good one, but even though they that game dirt. See, like they're selling these games. You see a theme here? All of them are being like dirt cheap enough for like at least Sony to get a little bit of money instead of just having it completely free. You know what I mean?
yeah. So you see, that's the
You
thing.
said
They're,
Infamous, so
yeah, they're giving
that's
away. There's
matter.
not, well, not giving away, but they're giving away for like really dirt cheap. So if you want these games, you can get them for a good price. Not free,
Yeah,
but basically the price you'd be paying for
possibly.
Plus. You know?
Yeah, of like a month of Plus or
Yeah.
like But then the pro is you get to keep it forever, and
Hmm.
nothing. You have no time limit on it. So it's just on the AAA thing. It is tricky. I know we're only talking first party games. I'm sure there's a slew of third party games that you can cherry pick from, but at the same time, it's difficult. You gotta get the deal with the publisher and whatnot, and find an arrangement there, and it becomes a whole mess. So
Yeah. Well,
that's
it's
just a
funny
little
because
insight into the haters of PlayStation Plus. You
yeah,
know, just kind
yeah.
of
I
speaking
mean,
out there.
and there's other advantages
I
to
mean, I'm not
PlayStation
gonna lie.
Plus.
I'm not excited about. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of this month either. But it's just at this point, and then all the games that you got for Christmas, hopefully, that keeps you busy. You're not dependent. You're not solely dependent on these Plus games anymore. So it's like, you know,
But yeah,
that's it. It's after the holidays. Like at least have maybe smaller games, is because you just got these Christmas games. Hopefully, you're playing.
yeah,
So whatever
yeah.
you got for Christmas.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of people need to look too and see like Plus is more than just the free games. With Plus, you get the free games, but you
Oh, it's
also
just
get
online. You get
online access.
power.
You get the online storage. You know, you
Yeah,
can back up your online saves. You can do all the other little extra perks and stuff. Because the online save, that's a big thing for me too. Because they finally upped the limits. For the longest time, it was only like a gig, which is nothing, and then they upped it finally. So now I can finally upload all my PS4 saves.
and then watch powers.
Yeah, you can watch powers when when they're coming
Oh,
around and all that good stuff.
so excited for season two. Oh, we get a question about 2016, but we'll answer that later. I mean, definitely powers will be definitely one of my
When we get
excited
to that. But
powers.
yeah,
But
but that's but yeah, that's our little thing on
I don't
PlayStation.
know. Did you notice anyone like any themes of like what your friends got for Christmas on the friends list, like on PlayStation? Did they get any kind of specific game? Like,
Yeah, I saw a lot more people playing Star Wars Battlefront around Christmas.
yeah, me too. Like, I think like some people that had never gotten PlayStation 4s before, like got them because like once like my friends were like requesting my real name, I saw it. I was like, oh. And then I saw them playing not only Battlefront, but like those Star Wars games that come included.
Hmm.
So like that's when you can tell. So
Yeah,
like they got it.
the Star Wars Battlefront bundle was a big hit this Christmas.
Yeah, I want to be like, can I have your 20% off code, please? If you're gonna use it.
Yeah, because I used
That's what
mine
I'm doing.
for Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, I hope not. Wait, but it comes with Star Wars.
No, like my brother got another bundle before the Star Wars one, and it came with a 20% off code, and then I used that 20% off to get Star Wars Battlefront when it came out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I did.
I want to ask one of my friends if they're not going to use their 20% off code. I kind of want it.
I want it, man. I want it.
I mean, if they're not going to use it to buy anything, then I mean, I'll take it because if I get those 20% off codes, I buy like as much Rock Band songs as I can in one cart, and then bam, save myself like
I don't know. I don't
20.
know if it was off a total purchase or if it was off of like one item. I need to
Oh,
look back.
no, I hope it's a total. No, I believe it said on that thing it's one total purchase.
Let's see. I got it right here. Let's see.
Hmm.
Okay, start with 20% off
Fingers
select
crossed. Fingers crossed.
items.
Well, yeah, it
Uh,
always says like select item.
yeah.
Doesn't say like only one item. They want to do that.
Open account, select the Play Store icon, select the items you would like to purchase, add them to your cart, and when you're finished,
Yeah, I
select
know. See,
items.
plural.
Yeah, plural.
So you can,
Okay.
yeah, you can buy more than one. Like I was, like the time when the 10% came out, I went like full 10 as much as I could. I wish you could put more than 10 in your cart, but I guess I don't want people like spamming your cart in case you get hacked or something, or
Yeah.
the worst possible scenario. But like, yeah, I want. If anyone has a 20% off code that they're not going to bother to use, give it over. It expires like in February anyway, so it's like if you're not going to buy anything. And you can't use it like on subscriptions or like
You
anything,
can't
you
use it
know.
on
So like,
pre-orders.
no, you can't use our pre-order subscriptions or like any like re-ups. But like,
So
if you're
yeah,
not
so
going
you
to
can't
spend
hold it
anything,
out for Uncharted 4.
no, you can't. Well, no, you can't. Unfortunately, yeah, it kind of stinks. But um, yeah. So if anyone has a code that just have lying around,
Which Sony's
uh,
got to get around to announcing that at some point, right? There's got to be an Uncharted 4 bundle, right?
oh yeah, definitely. You think,
You would think, their
but
biggest game since launch. Um,
if they made one for the collection, right?
yeah,
I mean, it was, it was just came with the game, it was just really the Black Friday kind of deal, but you know what I mean. It was still a bundle.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, they
yeah.
still got plenty of time to announce it. I mean, the game doesn't come out for another 4 months.
Last Last of Us had a bundle.
Yes, it did.
So yeah, okay, yeah, you will foresee I foresee in the prophecy a PS4 Uncharted bundle. Hopefully they go a little more all out and maybe like make it a terabyte and maybe it comes with like a cool controller and like
Yeah,
it's all or nothing. This is the last main Uncharted to come out from Naughty Dog. So,
yeah.
just go all out. Make it really cool and like make it a terabyte and like make it badass and make it cool. Sure it'll be a little bit more expensive since it's a terabyte, but who cares?
Yeah, it needed a terabyte, man.
Yeah, because you're gonna need one. Because even at the cost that it comes with, you're gonna care once you like install all these games. So like, you might as well just get that cost out of the way for you instead of like buying another one on Amazon. So
Exactly.
maybe it'll come with like hell, just throw in like a digital code of the collection, maybe, and just
Yeah, but then it
They come
becomes
with
that,
like
but then it becomes that scenario, like I
they,
said, for like if Kingdom Hearts
it's
3,
just,
if Kingdom Hearts 3 came with Dream Drop Distance, you know?
but yeah, but like you're buying the system in the first place, so it's like maybe if you haven't even played any of the charts, see, hey, you get them right there, and then you get four, and then maybe they don't care that they're not playing four first or
No, but
whatever.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
they
what I
do
mean.
play four first, and then
But that's what I mean. Like you
I
buy
don't,
this new game, you're like, yeah, I want to play this new one, but then it comes with like a prequel installed or something. You're like, no, I gotta play the prequel first because I haven't played those. It's just
yeah.
it's just weird. But I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Like some people might not care. I mean, look at you. You skipped to what, God of War 3? You just went straight to God of War 3 or something?
Well, I played the PSP
You
ones,
played the PSP
the
ones,
ones like
and you went straight to
yeah, the already done ones, and
and then
then
you went
yeah,
straight to the
three,
God of War 3,
the other two,
and you went back to.
yeah,
So you
and then
played
the
all
other
out of
two.
order.
Yeah, I did. But then I was just like, what playing one and two, and I'm just like, oh, these aren't as good.
Yeah, no, I played mine in exactly the right order. I played Chain of Olympus first. That was the first one I played. Then I played.
At first, I was gonna be like, I'm definitely gonna play these in the store in the way the story was. Like, I was gonna play Ascension first.
Oh
Oh
yeah, I get
god.
Ascension first, man.
Or and then, well, wait, Chains of Olympus,
Yeah,
and
Chains of
then
Olympus,
and then first one,
and
and
the
then
first
the
one.
first one, and then
Then Ghost of Sparta,
I started, and then two, and
then
then
two,
three.
then three. So
Where's my four? Where's my four, Santa Monica? You gotta wear four.
it's
Even
whatever.
though it might be something different.
Might
I
be
want
something
my God
different.
of War 4.
Pff,
It probably will.
there's nothing left to the story, I find. But we'll see.
We'll see. 2016. We'll get to that question soon about 2016. We'll see.
The future. Yeah, we need to get moving. We're almost 30 minutes in. All we've been talking about is plus.
But it's all these games.
Yeah, it's a lot of games and a lot of extra insight on stuff like on bundles and all that good stuff.
There's something else to say. What else have we got?
I
It's
got
probably
I got
really
like
quick.
5 other items on here. I got to get
All
to.
right, let's see. Let's
All
take a
right,
look.
these shouldn't take too long, but I'll say them.
Let's
So
dig in. Well, let's see if they
this one's more
qualify.
like an announcement. If you don't know, go check this out. They didn't give an exact date. It just says starting next week. But Harmonix announced that uh, starting this week, price will drop
Uh,
on Rock Band 4 bundles at GameStop, including the guitar and game bundle will be $80, and the band in the box will drop to $200, and the game itself will drop to $40 on PS4, and the game will drop to $60 on Xbox One because it comes with the adapter.
wait, is this a permanent price drop?
They didn't specifically say if it's a permanent price drop, and I'm going to say no because
Oh, it's
it
permanent.
just signals it just says GameStop.
Oh.
Like it says starting at GameStop. So I'm assuming this is like a limited time like post Christmas sale, since a lot of people may have got money or gift cards or whatnot. But these are really
Oh,
good
okay.
prices. You're saving $50 on the band the box bundle, which is pretty good. But the really good is that guitar bundle. It's only $80. What was it originally?
130.
Like 130 or something. Yeah, so you're doing pretty good right there. If you have not got Rock Band 4 yet, and you want to get it, these are some
Yeah, I got it.
prices. And that's just like more like a
Now, what do you
facelift.
think about the possible Amazon listing of the full-on drum kit for $200, possibly?
I
Did you
have
see
not
that?
I
That
have not
there's an
seen that.
Amazon. Yeah, there was an Amazon listing for just the full like drum kit where it comes with the cymbals for $200. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that's too much?
That sounds like some BS.
Drum set.
Because I
I
mean,
don't know. It's just listed. It's a separate item. I know Amazon kind of gets their prices in the loop,
yeah,
but I
because
don't know. I mean, it's not out of the realm. I mean, the guitar costs 100,
I mean, here's the
so on its
thing.
own, on its own.
But here's the thing. The bundle costs like this week it costs 200, so it's the same price. You can get everything for that price. And even before the sale happened, it was 250. So if the drum set is worth 50 to worth $200, that means everything else is $50. A guitar,
You know.
a mic, and a game. That just doesn't sound right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's just what it is right now. And
Yeah. But I
it's
mean,
like
if it
it'll
comes with the
come up again.
cymbals, I mean that's something. Because I mean, just the cymbals by themselves are like $50.
But still, that's way
That's
too
still
much. I mean,
150.
The Start Rock Band 3 one was 130.
Ugh.
So I don't understand how there's a $70 price jump. And granted, it's the Bluetooth one, so it's like I'm sure it's gotten better and it's been getting
Oh
firmware
yeah,
updates.
it's
But like,
no, we've talked about this before. It's much better
yeah,
now. Like me, my dad, and my brother played the game for like a couple hours the other night. Didn't have any problems.
okay, but I'm
So it's
still a
not.
little
So
yeah.
it's
Okay,
definitely
so
better. It's definitely better and it works now. But still, it's that $200 for a drum set is just way too much, considering you can get
yeah,
the bundle for that price.
I think it's
Like
ridiculous.
if you just need
I'm
another
still
drum set.
saying it's not out of the realm. I'm not completely out of the realm because it's the guitar's 100 on its own, but I'm sure not right now it isn't. But like after the sale, it will be. But
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where, like,
I don't know.
if I was in a scenario where I need to buy another drum set and I saw that was that much, I would just say screw it. I'd buy another band bundle just so I have another mic, another drum set, another guitar, you know,
Another game to possibly sell.
another game, yeah, resell or something. It's just you might as well put up the extra for that. If you're paying that much just for a drum set.
It's
And
ridiculous.
I mean, that's not even for people who are like, oh, I just want to play drums in Rock Band. Well, if you're paying $200 for the drum set and then you turn around and pay 40 for the game, that's 240. For extra $10, you would have got everything. The mic and the guitar.
Yeah,
So
but
I
we'll
don't know.
see once an official announcement. I'm surprised Harmonix didn't say anything about this. I mean, this is kind of maybe misleading people if it really does cost as much.
Yeah, because I mean,
But
this has happened when like the pre-orders for Rock Band 4 first came up. Like when people saw the band in the box was 250, everybody's like, that can't be right. And Monks was like, yeah, that is the right price. Um,
yeah,
the guitar bundle wasn't right though, because Amazon was selling it for 150, and her mom was like, "No, no, no, it's 130. It's only it's $20 less than what Amazon was saying."
oh my
Yeah,
god, if it was 150, I would just go all in. Might as well go all in for the 200.
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, a lot of people are like, "No, 250 is not right," and her mom's like, "Yeah, that is right. The guitar one's wrong, but that band the box bundle, no, it's 250."
Ugh.
So I was like, "Yeah." But anyway, yeah, if you haven't got Rock Band 4 yet, this is a good time to jump in. Good prices. The game works now with all its updates. Um,
Yeah, it's been getting a decent DLC as well.
yeah. So, yeah, go
But
check that out.
we,
Just
we have two questions about Rock Band 4. Do you want to get to those?
sure, since we're already on that topic.
Okay, this one comes from Oscar, and he's in a little bit of a dilemma, but he doesn't give much details. But he says, "I got Guitar Hero Live for Christmas and was thinking about returning it to get Rock Band 4 instead. Is this a wise decision? Hope you guys had a great Christmas."
Um, well, it depends. I mean, if you just want a guitar experience, then yeah, because what if you go returning, you're getting the full price back, then now you can get Rock Band 4 for $80, which is about probably roughly kind of what he spent probably on live.
Yeah, or whatever his parents or whoever gave this to him,
Yeah,
whenever
so
they got it on sale.
yeah, so you can get Guitar Hero. I mean, yeah, you can get Rock Band 4 with a guitar for the same around the same price. So if you do just want a guitar experience, then yeah, go get that. You're gonna have way more DLC and like I said, the game.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I think I'll talk. I'll kind of say this as the preference of what you want if you do want the guitar experience. But then on top of that, for Rock Band, it's so off-putting in being a newcomer because you have like nothing in the beginning. You have really nothing. Like once you get like start. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, you can play a disc set list for a little bit, but like I just couldn't stand it. And even with the songs I even have on my library now, which is a total of 580, I still don't feel like that's enough. Like even when I have I still get a lot of repeats even in the just career mode and whatnot. So
hmm
like even at that, to even get to like my level or like even other people's out there who have like started like years ago, I think it's pretty off putting. But like if you get Guitar Hero Live, you get all these off the bat, you play it on the radio thing or whatever. Sure it's got microtransactions on it, but I don't know. It's
yeah,
difficult.
yeah, because I mean that's what we're assuming too. We're assuming he doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah. Uh,
Legacy DLC.
no, I doubt it. Like I
That's
don't
that's
know
what
if
we're
he's
assuming.
just
Because
like
if
getting
you
into it.
do, then you should just get Rock Band 4 to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just assuming he doesn't have Legacy DLC. If you don't have Legacy DLC, then yeah, it's going to be like you said,
I
intimidating to
just
to do
I think so.
start Rock Band 4
Very.
now.
Yeah, it's gonna suck only
Um,
having those lame 65 songs on the disc, and it just doesn't work at all. I think you'll be tired really quick. That only equates to about 3 hours of music, and It's not very long. It's not going to last you that much, especially if you only maybe play one particular instrument. Guitar Hero Live, on the other hand, has a lot more songs, even if it's quality over quantity. I mean, quantity over quality, but you get more options. More stuff is being added to it all the time. So, like, even if you're not happy with the particular set of songs you get in a week, there's other ones that come. I don't remember how many it has now total, but I think it maybe rounded it out to 300. So, like, you get the ability to possibly play them, as opposed to Rock Band where you got to buy them.
Yeah.
It's a
And
what you want.
yeah, it really depends on what you want. Because if you don't, like I said, it depends what you want music wise. If you're willing to buy DLC, then you can get Rock Band 4. And if you want kind of more of the casual streaming of music, then Guitar Hero Live.
Yeah.
And if you want potentially to play with your friends, Rock Band 4 is an option because I mean, if you are just getting the guitar bundle for now, you still have the option to later, get another guitar so somebody can play bass or get a drum set and somebody can play drums or
And
something
then,
like that.
yeah. And also a big contention factor is if you like singing, like definitely go to Rock Band instead because I heard the singing in Guitar Hero Live isn't very good at all.
The singing wasn't good in any of the other Guitar Hero games either.
And never. So
Yeah,
yeah, just
it's
stick
probably
with
similar
your.
to the singing in DJ Hero 2 since it's from the same developer.
Oh,
Because I
yeah, that's
remember the
probably,
singing DJ Hero 2 was just like it. I don't know. It was weird. Like there was no real score in the two. You're basically just singing along. There was no real like tracking if you're doing good or not.
pitch.
You know.
Yeah,
So it's probably like
yeah.
that. I don't know. I haven't played Guitar Hero Live, but that's just my assumption from based on the developer's history. You know.
And like out of all the like at least new gameplay improvements from Rock Band 4, I really dig the vocal improv one a lot. That
Vocal
one's like
improv. Yeah.
that one's one that's very seamless and like just one that you don't have to think about it too much. The other ones I hate, like freestyle guitar solos. Like I hate it. I just hate it.
Well, you can
I
turn.
don't think it worked. I don't. Yeah, good. Yeah, I know you can turn them off, which is good, but I just don't like it. It's too I think it's too complicated. Doesn't sound very good, at least in my opinion. I know it's subjective, but at least in my opinion, it doesn't sound that great, and it just doesn't work well. I was actually very surprised at how complicated it is. Like I was just like, if I can't get it,
Yeah, I
not
think.
saying that I'm everybody. If I can't understand it, then what's the like casual person that plays Rock Band even gonna understand it?
Well, they're not. Well, for a casual, they're not supposed to understand it. They're just messing around. Like my dad,
I don't
like
understand like how it even works. Like it doesn't even. It's like confusing.
yeah, there's a whole tutorial on just how it works. But
There's like three of them.
yeah, I know it's crazy.
To
But
complete them, it's like 35 minutes long, and I'm just like, oh, I just
yeah,
did it for the trophy, but
yeah, but that's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. For a casual person, like let's say my dad, he doesn't really know how to play guitar in Rock Band. He puts it on like medium or easy or something, messes around. But when he gets to the guitar solo, he likes it because he can just mess around, make some noise, basically. Um, but my brother, who's like an expert at it, he doesn't like it because,
oh no, it
like
doesn't.
you, like you, he's an expert and he kind of has a hard time understanding it, and he can't get it to sound like it's supposed to, like the solo he's supposed to be
Yeah,
playing.
exactly. That's what. Yeah, exactly.
So, and it's really weird, like when you're playing in like a band experience, when like you're playing a song and you're playing to the beat, and then they get to the solo, you're waiting for the solo to hit, and then like he's just doing some random noises because it's just the freestyle or whatever. It's not what you want to hear,
No, and
So
yeah,
we
and
so
then
yeah, we turned it off after one or two songs. We're like I said, we were all playing one night, and after like one or two songs, we decided to turn off because it was just so off-putting to not hear the solo, in the song.
yeah, exactly. And it just sounds better with the authored one. And, it's like once you're on that, depending what song you're playing, it's like a test of skill. Like you get to do what I like. The only freestyling I like to do on the guitar is just the whammy bar. That's all I really care about.
Do the whammy.
Sure, yeah, sure. There could be other options where you could freestyle as well, but I think just keep it authored. Sure, that might be boring, but I mean, it's kind of like the purist in me. Like I kind of like it that way. But we got one more question about Rock before then we can go to the other items.
Cool.
This one comes from Nathaniel, and he states, upon watching The Force Awakens this past weekend, an ad for some Guns N' Roses concert appeared before the movie, with an imminent announcement sometime in January. Do you think with a potential reunion, we could get some classic Guns N' Roses in Rock Band 4?
Okay, so let's try to break this down. So
Yeah,
So here's a funny story.
It's
We
a
brought this
whole
up.
Guns N' Roses thing.
Yeah, we brought this up many episodes ago, and I'm going to bring it up again because it's a funny story that a lot of people kind of forget. So the first song they ever showed in Rock Band
It was
was "Welcome to the Jungle." That was the first song they ever showed in Rock Band.
E3,
At
E3
E, yep,
2006 or 2007, E3 2007, I think.
yeah, it may have been E3 2007, or 2000. It was E3 2006, 2007. But the first song they ever showed
Ever.
running on Rock Band one was "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses, and the song was not in the game when it finally came out.
No, it just
And the
did it.
song and the song has never been available through DLC or anything. Now, why is this? Well, that is because the same year Rock Band came out, Rock Band 1, Guitar Hero 3 came out, and the big
Yeah.
thing about that game was that Slash was in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Slash was like a big thing promoting that, and Welcome to Jungle ended up being in that game. And that's because of just licensing, where once Guitar Hero, got Slash in the game, Slash owns the songs.
He owns the song.
He owns
At
the
the time.
songs at the time, so the songs so Rock Band couldn't use them, so it just reverted to Guitar Hero, so the songs got exclusively in there. Now the original Guns N' Roses songs. Now when Rock Band 2 came out a year later, they did have a Guns N' Roses song on the soundtrack, but it was off that new album, and no one wants that.
Yeah, that wasn't the. I mean,
Yeah,
granted, Rock Band 2 had like before, like Anywhere Else, which was I guess needed at the time, but like that's not the real Guns
and then the
N' Roses.
whole soundtrack got released through as DLC.
Yeah,
The whole album, I mean.
it's just and it's just that's not the Guns N' Roses we want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's like the YouTube
that's,
thing.
that's
We don't want that.
oh
The
yeah.
new stuff.
Oh well, yeah, exactly. And they put the YouTube that we didn't want in Rock Band 4, but then we got the YouTube that we wanted, and at
Yeah.
least what I wanted in the DLC.
So yeah, so basically that's what happened with that. So today, how is it different today? Well, today Guitar
What
Hero
is,
lost a lot of their licenses, most of
yes,
them.
they did. I think I
But
lost just probably all of them.
yeah, they pretty much lost all their licenses. A lot of bands just haven't done any new contracts yet. Like Metallica hasn't done any new contracts with either game, Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Um, Guns N' Roses, I know they haven't done anything either because none of their music is in either game right now.
Nope.
So it kind of depends on who gets at it first, because it is a big thing. That
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses going back on tour and doing the original band and
Yeah,
all that. So one of these two games is going to want to jump on that.
yeah, be like, well, I see Rock Band foreseeing like a celebrating Guns N' Roses pack, and it's just like
Yeah.
maybe 8
So
songs or something like that. And
there
it's
is
just like,
potential
oh,
for that. It's just I don't want Activision and Guitar Hero to
oh
jump on it and
no,
be like, oh
please,
no, we're
again.
adding a Guns N' Roses channel to Guitar Hero Live. You can stream Guns N' Roses for 24 hours straight this weekend, celebrating their tour.
No,
And that's not appealing because it's just like, oh, because it'd be a weekend event. You don't have those songs. You can just play all you want, like in Rock Band 4.
yeah, exactly, and like there's more potential. It's got like the classic Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean? Like is good for like all 4 players, and it plays better. It plays well, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, or I think it would at least play well.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, so the answer to the
so,
question is just whoever gets it
gotta,
first. It's either going to be one of two things. It'll either be like you said, the celebrating Guns N' Roses pack will come to Rock Band
so,
4,
yeah,
or it'll be a weekend 24-hour channel thing on Guitar Hero Live. One of the two is going to happen.
oh
It just depends on who gets at it first.
no, I think if Rock Band gets U2, then I think they could. Like if they've been happy with the sales of DLC and Rock Band 4 as a game, I think they got it. I think they could do it because I think it's what people want. They know it. I'm sure it's like has been one of the most requested things probably ever, like classic GNR.
Yeah.
So I think it can. And I'm very optimistic. I think it'll.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it though. Like once that comes, I think that'll definitely really get me like into Rock Band. Like, and then once we get our old song, oh my God, January would look like an amazing month if that were to happen.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
it is a big deal. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, that's enough of our Rock Band questions for the time. So what else do we got?
Cool. All right, here's another interesting topic I wanted to read about. So Activision recently said,
More Activision.
Activision on the future of Transformer games.
Okay.
So
Cool.
they said that it says we are unfortunately we're unable to discuss future plans at this point. However, we say that Devastation certainly seems to have struck the right chord with the fan base, which I can tell you warms developers' hearts because Platinum Games worked on that. And they said we acknowledge that Transformers Devastation wasn't perfect, but your feedback is important going into the future of Transformer games.
Huh.
So this is really interesting because you know we care about Transformers here.
Well, yeah, I like Transformers, but I didn't play. I don't have anything on Devastation, so
Well,
the new.
here's the thing: I finally get to talk about Devastation because I have played the game. Um, and I finally get a chance to talk about Transformers Devastation. So I played
That
it.
was what you were waiting for.
Yeah, I could go.
Transformers.
I try to. I don't want to go on a long rant, but I'll give you my overview of how I feel about this game.
Oh
Um,
no, it's not good.
so so I played it. I bought it over Black Friday because it was on sale for like 25 for 30 or something like that. So I bought it and I played it, and I like it for what it
Oh,
is. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not how I expected to play a Transformers game because it is from Platinum Games. So you're doing a lot of like the quick, fast-paced combo fighting and stuff, which is kind of weird. Like I just don't picture that with the Transformers, you know?
I mean, I don't. I never imagined Transformers being necessarily quick and fast.
Yeah, doing these weird combos and like you like in midair, you transform into your truck and you just like body slam the enemies. And I'm like, which is a funny. It's just a funny looking image to see that though.
It's
Um,
cool. It's cartoony.
yeah, it's cartoony. And that's one thing I do love about the game. It's just the visuals. The visuals are just amazing in that game. That shell shaded art style mixed with the '80s designs of the Transformers just looks
Oh yeah,
amazing.
it looks fantastic.
For the characters, the actual environments look terrible.
Oh,
Um, well, not terrible, but like so plain
they don't
because the
look good.
game was made in a limited amount of time. So there's only like two environments. There's the city and there's like the Decepticon spaceship towards the end. So you're running around that city for most of the game, and you're running around the same areas that have no real texture or like detail to it, and there's no people, there's no humans. They do the whole no human thing again, like most Transformer games do.
Yeah,
Um,
generally been never people.
there's
There
no
was
human.
people in the original Transformers movie video game.
Yeah.
They
Uh,
look terrible too.
yeah. But yeah, so the environment stuff are weird because I mean it was a rush game, but considering it was a rush game, it is good for what it for what ended up being. Like I said, the environments aren't too detailed, but the gameplay is really smooth. Visually on the character stuff, it looks great. Plus, I get to play as my favorite Transformer, uh,
Oh,
Wheeljack.
yeah, Wheeljack.
Wheeljack's my favorite Transformer. And it's not too often you get to play as him in a game.
Yeah.
You get to play as him because it's weird. Like they picked five random characters you can play as. You can play as Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Sideswipe, and Wheeljack. Like the first three make sense, but Wheeljack and Sideswipe seem like two random characters to throw in, to play as.
But they need to get some love.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Wheeljack's my favorite Transformer, and I'm glad that he's in there. Um, so I mean, it's cool you can play all these guys, but like, what's really weird is like
Yeah.
you can't play as Decepticons. Just like it's probably like the first game ever where you can't play as a Decepticon at all in a Transformer game. Like, he's normally because most Transformer games you get both sides. You get to play as Autobots and you get to play as Decepticons, but not Transformers Devastation.
Yeah.
So that's really weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, but but yeah, like I said, yeah, like I said, the game's fun for what it is. Like I said, the combat's smooth. I love the visuals. I love that there's G1 and all that. Um, but do I want this to be like the ongoing Transformer game franchise? Not really.
What do you want? Like the Atari game?
I want War for Cybertron.
Yes, but I don't think. I mean, they're a little too busy with Destiny, unfortunately.
Yeah, High Moon Studios did War for Cybertron, Fall Cybertron, two perfect Transformer games. Um, and it's so disappointing that we never going to get a follow up to that, especially considering
Nope.
how Fall for Cybertron ended. It was so exciting, like oh god, like so excited for what's next. And
Oh
then
god.
like yeah, well, if you knew how it ended, you would be excited too. But
I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm excited for like Transformers, the sequel to Age of Extinction. I mean, remember how that ended? Like, oh,
yeah,
what's Optimus gonna do?
yeah, but Fall for Cybertron was good.
Yeah.
So if you actually played those games, you would know how good they are, and like they're perfect. Like
Well,
that's how I
played the
expect.
first one.
Huh?
I played the first one. I
Played.
didn't play Fall for
I
Cybertron.
played
I
the
think.
second one too, man. But
Yeah, that's like
I
cool.
mean, those games play how I expect Transformers to fight. Like in Devastation, you're doing backflips and combos and all that crap, and I'm like, yeah, it's fun, but it just doesn't feel like how a Transformer would fight. In War and Fall of Cybertron's a third-person action shooter, you know, and that and that you there's real weight to like when you do a melee attack in Fall for Cybertron, like you swing really kind of slow but heavy, you know, where in Devastation you're doing like a 20 hit combo when you swing your axe, you know. It is a little weird, and like Fall for Cybertron is like what I expect more of the combat to be in a Transformer game. Um, so I think those games are like the perfect, you know, way Transformer games need to be, and High Moon knows how to do that. It's just when they're put under pressure and in a rush job, they don't put out the good ones. Like because they also put out, you know, the Dark of the Moon movie game. They did the Rise of the
Oh,
Dark
they rushed that one out.
and the Rise of the Darkspark game. Two really rushed. Oh wait, was Rise of the Darkspark through High Moon?
Hmm.
It was. Okay, because that was those because those were two movie games, but those were really rushed. But when you actually give them time to develop and make something, you get stuff like War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, two really great Transformer games. So it's just
Well, no, Rise of the Darkspark was developed by Edge of Reality.
okay. So that wasn't High Moon. Okay, good.
Yeah,
But they used
so
assets that High Moon made because there's a lot of stuff in that game that was just copy and pasted from the War and Fall of Cybertron games.
yeah, they were notorious for making the crappy Incredible Hulk game and Shark Tale.
There you go.
You had to throw Shark Tale out there
Yep, there you go. But
on PS2.
yeah, because that was the thing about Rise of the Darkspark. You can just tell how rushed that game was because like the Earth sections were made from scratch and they were terrible. They were terribly rendered. The environments, the Transformers themselves didn't look good. It was just so rushed. But when you actually got to the Cybertron missions, they all look great because they were using stuff that was already made, you know, from the Fall and War for Cybertron games. They just reuse those assets like character models, environment designs, and stuff. You know.
It was neat. I mean, it served as a prequel to both the movie and the game.
Yeah, and like I said, the Earth parts were terrible, but the Cybertron parts weren't bad. But that was only because it was already there, you know.
Yeah,
So,
good fan service, somewhat. Yeah, not really.
but I mean, I don't know. I just want to see more of the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron storyline. I want to see more of those games, but I just don't think we're getting that. Because, like you said, High Moon's working on. They did the Call of Duty port for Advanced Warfare, the PS3 version port, and like you said, now they're doing Destiny stuff. So it's kind of like I don't know if they're ever going to get around to making another Transformer game. And now, obviously, Activision saying here that you know they're considering continuing Devastation. Maybe making a sequel to that. Because they're looking at feedback, and I'm like, well, look at the feedback from people saying, "Hey, make another of Cybertron game." That's what the fans want. Um, because I mean, yeah, if you love the G1, Transformer stuff, then Devastation's cool. Like just visually see
Yeah,
all
maybe.
that. Because like I said, Devastation isn't a bad game. It's just not what necessarily I want from a Transformer game. You know, like
Yeah, maybe.
gameplay.
Maybe. Well, Activision are taking the feedback and they will look at it and just be like, hmm.
Tell High Moon, hey, do another of Cybertron game.
We'll tell them to get off their butt off Destiny. How about that?
Yeah, but Activision, they only make 3 games, and everything else is just whatever.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, exactly.
They do really only make 3 games. Can you believe that?
Yeah, Call of Duty, Destiny,
Call
and
of Duty, Destiny,
Skylanders.
Skylanders, and then soon possibly Candy Crush.
Yeah, well, no, that's like everything
It's already
else.
there.
That's like in everything else. Like that's their 3 main games they make every year, and all their development teams work on one of those 3 games. Everything else is just whatever we can get out. Like Devastation was just like, oh, can we get that out? Sure. Tony Hawk, sure, just throw that out. You know. So
It's like that's the most playing it safe game company in the world. Like they're never gonna have it unravel.
exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like, they have all these talented developers, but they all have them working on like DLC and
The same
expansions to their
thing.
big franchises, not actually going out and making stuff on their
A
own,
game.
making a game.
Because remember when Activision took risks with developers like Raven Software and like made unique first person shooters?
Yeah,
Sure, did they review well the best? No.
but they tried.
But they were unique. They tried.
They did that other Wolfenstein game that had unique time travel elements and sci-fi, mystic, magic, whatever in it. which is
But
neat.
when are we gonna have a day when Activision actually maybe puts out, I don't know, a platformer or
Yeah.
something unique?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
and they wonder why, Tony Hawk was crap because you didn't put any good developers on it. Guess what Neversoft's doing right now? Nothing. Because then they close
nothing.
down and get
Call
assimilated into
their merge with Call of
they
Duty.
merge with Call of Duty. Oh, this Transformer game wasn't as well received. Why? Because the good developer High Moon's doing what? Random Destiny stuff. Um,
Whatever they're doing
you
with
know,
Destiny,
you
God
can't.
knows what.
Yeah, you can't make. At the time, they couldn't make any good Marvel games. Like, why? Because you got Raven Software working on map packs for Call of Duty. You know.
Instead they just get garbage Beanox to do freaking Spider-Man for like the 10th to 14th time. So like by when the time
Yeah, Beanox is
granted
50.
Beanox made good Spider-Man games, but like by the time they got to Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Yeah, they
they were
made.
so worn out.
Well, Beanox is kind of like High Moon in the sense that they kind of did 50-50, where like they did 4 games and 2 of them were really good and 2 were really bad. And the 2 really bad ones were the ones they were rushed on.
And then they made Guitar Hero Smash Hits, and that one wasn't very good. And just like, oh my God, Activision is just so. Ugh.
Yeah,
Even
they
though I
just.
buy Call of Duty and all this stuff, but like, still Activision. Like, no, when you get down to it, dude, all I buy from them is Call of Duty. Like, I don't buy anything else from Activision, or like even support anything else from Activision. Like, I didn't even buy Transformers Devastation. I don't plan on ever playing Candy Crush. I don't ever plan on playing Destiny until a sequel, and then I don't buy Skylanders. So like, when you get out of it, I only play about 25% of their properties.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Activision. They're just wasting their developers, talent, basically.
I think so too. And it's just I don't understand how it takes that many resources to make DLC. Thus, even though we did, I don't know if we talked about like the DLC management of Battlefront, but Dice is already moving on, and it's
Yeah,
just
some of their team is still
it's
good.
not here. It's not to be off-putting even for the kids out there that just got Battlefront. They're not abandoning ship on Battlefront.
No, no, no. Just their main team. Most of their main team is working on the next Battlefield game, and then some of their team is still devoted on working on DLC and, of course, updates and stuff like that for Battlefront.
And then the other Dice team to hopefully get speed rolling on Mirror's Edge.
Yes, got to finish that game up.
Can't forget that one after it got delayed.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to come out next month. Now it's coming out in May. Yeah,
2016 gets getting further and further. A little bit.
2016. Yeah,
I was going to start quicker, but we've got to wait a little bit.
you gotta wait. Yeah,
Just when I thought 2016 was too good to be true. But we have a question on 2016. Do you want to talk about 2016?
sure. Let's get these questions.
Out of the way. This one comes from Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
He asks, what are you guys looking forward to most in 2016? Doesn't have to be a particular game or even PlayStation related.
So it could be a movie.
I don't know. He just says, I mean, for the sake of this podcast, there are several things outside of the PlayStation that I'm excited about, but we'll stick to PlayStation for time.
Be in general. Oh,
Yeah, in general. Gee, for 2016, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he means game. I'm pretty sure he means at least something gaming related because this is a game.
Well, yeah, he says it doesn't have to be a particular game or even.
Well, like he can mean something like, oh, like VR. Like I'm excited for the PlayStation VR, see how well that does and what it does.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for VR. Uncharted 4, I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the next Mass Effect comes out next year.
I.
They say holiday 2016, but holiday 2016, that's a very
that means delay into early 2017.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too confident. I'm not too confident that Mass Effect Andromeda's coming.
Due to the fact that they showed nothing yet, no. Yeah. Like, if you don't get, like, an extensive gameplay demo of it at E3 this year, then it's not coming. It's not going to. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, you need more than a vertical slice at E3 to show off a Mass Effect Andromeda, then it's not coming out. Like, but if you get the Fallout 4 treatment, you know what I mean? Then possibly, right?
It could do the Fallout 4
throw out the
thing.
possibility.
Yeah, it could do the Fallout 4 thing, but if I was putting down
like an extensive demo though.
Yeah, if I was putting money down, I would say it's not coming out in 2016.
I'm predicting
early
Hell, dude,
2017.
you're talking. Oh no, maybe mid 2017. I don't know. If the game's really like not done, then it could be mid 2017.
So,
Dang, that's such a far away from three, man. But it's a good like space and time,
oh yeah.
Get it? Space and time.
Uh,
It's a good space and time from three. I mean, God, that would already been 5 years hypothetically if it were to come out since. Can you believe that 5 years since two? Oh no, three. I mean, that's a long time.
yeah.
Half a decade. Um, so that'll be a good that's a good chunk of time if it were to come out 2017. Because like at the same time, am I ready for another Mass Effect? Uh, yeah, I suppose. It's not like it's kind of like because three games had like such a legacy, and I changed so much in the face of like choice in RPGs and like choices in like adventure games, but I mean, it'll be vastly different. It's not like something that it's not going to be derivative or like something the same. But I mean, once I get to see more of it, I'll be ready. But just the concept of like maybe just not the same thing, but just kind of like another just Mass Effect. It doesn't excite me. But then once we get to actually see more of it and like what's different,
Hmm.
like because Andromeda is going to be like a whole separate series. It's not just Mass Effect, just keeping the name and keeping the same gameplay stuff intact. What will excite me more is like after games like Witcher 3 and Dragon Age, their own Dragon Age. Like, what are they going to implement from like those kind of games to like implement to like Mass Effect? Even though they are different themes, I know Mass Effect is sci-fi, but like things that push that genre forward that would go into Andromeda.
Hmm.
You know, I don't just want like the same kind of deal again.
Oh
Where
no.
that's not
No, no.
gonna.
From what we've heard of Andromeda so far, it sounds like it is different. Like it's more exploratory based, like kind of more like the objective of it,
Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's
Yeah,
more like Star Trek and less Star Wars, basically.
and then like they'll have an upgraded graphics engine.
Yeah.
Um, what else will excite me in 2016? I'm also actually kind of excited, and we'll get to know this within like 3 months of 2016. But like, we get to know what the heck Infinity Ward's been up to since kind of the disappointment of Ghosts for a lot of people. So I'm kind of curious what Infinity Ward has been up to all these years. I
Hmm.
mean, basically they've been working on this Call of Duty for probably more than 3 years. I mean, if it is Ghost 2 or whatever, if it's somehow a continuation of the Modern Warfare franchise, or if it's a remaster of the franchise. I mean, even though Activision doesn't put out remasters, but even though they do, but they half-ass them. And I'm just curious what they've been up to all these years, and
Yeah.
hopefully they can put out something really compelling and like actually something that will actually stick with people. Because Ghost did not do that at all.
Yeah. And what's and then of course Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully it's coming out in 2016 also.
I mean, that's still contingent on how much they show it this year, and maybe, Last Guardian too.
Yeah, Last Guardian has to come out next year. There's no way they
Oh
don't
yeah,
like.
yeah. Good Last Guardian will come out next year. They don't show it because of story purposes.
Yeah.
That
But
will come out. We'll see how that turns out. I'm excited for like another just. I'll say this blatantly. Another 2013. I want another 2013 where we get these games that set the world on fire. Like actually kind of move something forward. Like what was disappointing about this year? Similar to 2014 was like even though we had hype for a lot of these games like Batman Arkham Knight, Fallout 4, and a couple others, The Order. They didn't. I mean, even though they did hit their targets sales wise, and people did definitely enjoyed those games, I don't feel like they like excited me. Like I did. You're not seeing me play Fallout 4. You're not seeing me play Batman Arkham Knight and rushing to beat it. I'm not like, oh my god, I really need to play it. And I'm pretty off put by even beating Arkham Knight, but I will beat it on soon because I want to. I'm curious about Arkham Knight. And then Fallout 4, I'm just like, eh. I mean, I played it for like 5 or 6 hours, and I don't know. I'm not like it's not like the Fallout 3 deal where I'm like I really need to play it. Um, I'm kind of looking for another kind of like not a revolution because that's a heavy-handed word. Just kind of another push it forward year because everyone's unanimous like game of the year is like Witcher 3, and that's another similar theme game than what we got of a unanimous game of the year, which was Dragon Age Inquisition.
yeah, that was my game of the
So
year last year.
So, it's kind of boring that we got two kind of not the same, not the same, definitely not the same at all, but similarly themed games, RPGs. I'm kind of looking for variety next
Yeah.
year. Like
Well,
we get stuff we get stuff like in the RPG realm, the shooter realm, and stuff like that. Stuff that like moves it forward. Like I didn't feel like Black Ops 3 moved things forward. I didn't think Rock Band 4 moved things forward either. Fallout 4 didn't. So I'm looking for things that kind of just excite me a little bit to get me into it. Instead, I'm playing like old games that I'm playing the Uncharted collection and stuff like that. I don't want to play any more collections. I want to play new stuff.
then go play Witcher 3.
Yeah, it was on sale for a pretty
Because that's
enticing
all
price.
I've been playing the last week is Witcher 3.
The Witcher, The Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher
But
3.
I
I'm
don't know. Like,
almost done with Witcher 3. Finally, I'm almost done with the story. I'm on the last story mission.
Look. I'll probably get into Witcher 3 a little bit more once the new school semester starts. This is probably like the least time I would get into a game like that. But like my friend has it, so like once I get it from my friend, I'll play Witcher some more. But
Yeah, because
my friend was like deep into The Witcher.
yeah, because I want to finish the story either tonight or tomorrow, so that way I can start playing Metal Gear Solid 5 for the next week. Because I need to play these two games some more.
Oh yeah, you can't forget Metal Gear. I mean, Metal Gear pushed things forward, but like I don't know. I mean, with the whole, I feel like it was a little spoiled because of the whole Konami thing a little bit. Don't you think? Like at least in terms of like longevity, like when we keep thinking about it, instead of like thinking about how great Metal Gear Solid 5 was, so we're just gonna talk about it was like it was the last one under Konami and a
Well,
lot
no,
of
that's what makes it bigger for me because you kind of know that definitively this is the last one now.
yeah, which is great and like definitely like you have in your mind as the last one. They went all in. Well, Kojima and his team at least they
Yeah.
went all in. I'm just not hearing much talk on the online and stuff like stuff that would give the game like kind of legs to talk about it in the years after.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want those games that you talk about like for a while, for a good while.
Good wow.
Because in 2013 we had those games. We had the Grand Theft Autos. We had the Last of Us, and
But of
had
course, the
Bioshock
difference
Infinite.
about the thing about 2013 was that was the end of a console generation, though.
Yeah, but
That's
I think
why.
we're able to have games in this console generation that can have those legs. Like Uncharted 4 is going to definitely be that game that where we get to talk about it for like a long time. Like what happens to the story and like the multiplayer and stuff like that. And if Mass Effect Andromeda comes out next year, we get to talk about that game and then like how it pushes things forward and Mirror's Edge and how cool it is. And then what else we got? Whatever else we got from Sony, Last Guardian maybe too, even though that was long in development. Just stuff that is more exciting.
Yeah.
Because 2015 was pretty good, I'll give it that. Definitely had a lot of downs, but
Oh yeah, but
I
I
think
mean,
it'll be
I
way
mean, just
better.
between Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, Fallout 4, I was happy this year. Just with those
Yeah,
three games, they were so
yeah,
good.
those helped. But I just want a little bit more pizzazz, like more excitement. A little bit more. Even though we had some like record-breaking sales of games and people went to midnight launches and got real excited, and the passion's there. The passion is there from the gamers. But I just I can't not wait for 2016 to see what kind of games we're going to get out of it because I think we're going to get some truly spectacular games in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Truly spectacular. Said that maybe I had said that last year, or maybe in the beginning of the 2015 when we had started this, but I truly feel in the bottom of my heart that in 2016 we're gonna get a banner year. I think this one will be the banner one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's my 2 cents of what I'm most excited about. At least in the PlayStation world.
Yes, there's that.
But that is all that we got.
Mm-hmm. So okay, do we have another? Do we have one more question? Or is it all of it?
Another Nathan.
Other Nathan.
Far Cry Prime, basically Far Cry Primal. We haven't talked about it. It's coming in the beginning of 2016, kind of like in February.
Yeah, it's in February.
We have any thoughts on it when it was shown in was it PlayStation Experience or was it? I don't know. What it had an event or something, right? Far Cry Primal.
Yeah, I think it was a PlayStation Experience.
I don't know. What you think? I mean,
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it all that much. Like I haven't
me
actually
neither.
watched the videos.
I've seen some things, but like I
Because
haven't like.
here's the thing about Far Cry. So I loved Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Like I loved that game. Like I played it nonstop for like 2 weeks straight and got the platinum trophy.
Oh yeah, it was a good game. Yeah, it
I
was a
loved, I
no,
loved,
good game. It was a fantastic game.
I loved Far Cry 3, and I really like Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon was a fun alternate spin on Far Cry 3 with the neon
Yeah, the
shit and
undead
all that
nightmare
stuff.
kind of thing. Yada yada yada.
So when Far Cry 4 came out, I was excited for it because I'm like, oh, because I love Far Cry 3 so much. And Far Cry 4 isn't a bad game, but I just was not compelled with it like I was Far Cry 3.
No, because it didn't push much things forward. It was kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just I wasn't
No,
compelled to play it like Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3, I loved every second of it. I just kept playing and playing. Before, I don't know. There, nothing was like you said. Nothing was keeping my attention going forward to keep playing it. You know. Um. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Primal. It's like looking at Primal. It's like because at first I thought that's what this was like a DLC kind of thing, like Blood Dragon was. But no, this is a
right.
full $60 product they're putting out at retail. So it's just one of those things where I
Yeah,
don't
it is.
know. I just have to wait and see when it comes out. What the response is to it. Like if it's good, if it really kind of does something different with the Far Cry formula a bit. You know?
It doesn't look that way. The way I've been seeing the game, it's shockingly pretty similar.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, especially with a concept like this, that we had talked about, like, oh, like what's it going to be like with this? No guns and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I still feel that it's the same in a way, and
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't. I'm not really excited for it at all, to be perfectly honest with you.
yeah, I
And
like I said,
but I love Far Cry. I love the formula, though. Don't get me wrong. I love the formula, but like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I'm getting this day one. I'm gonna like play it a lot. I'm not feeling that.
yeah,
But
well,
if you're a fan of Far Cry, then yeah, you have every reason to be excited. But like for me, I'm just not like, I'm not enthused.
yeah, taking that wait and see approach because I haven't been watching the gameplay videos like you
Oh
have, so I
no.
don't know. I haven't really been watching
I
the
only
gameplay.
see, well, they had like a little, like some dude like on YouTube having like exclusivity to like put it on his channel. He like uploaded maybe like 30 minutes of gameplay and it looked fine. It was like a section of the map. Everything else was like blacked out, so he's only able to do a section of the map. I like that. I like the wildlife and
Yeah,
all
and
like the hunting.
I mean, and that's just the thing. Like I was gonna say that for Far Cry Prime. I'm like, oh, at least it's something new and unique. But then you kind of think about it. I'm like, there's a lot of games coming out in 2016 that's dealing with that like primal, like tribe thing.
But
You got Far Cry Primal coming out. You got the game
okay.
Wild. You know that game? Remember that game
Yeah,
Wild?
well, yeah, we're going back to our roots.
Of Horizon, kind of has that element there. A mix of that element, a mix of that with some sci-fi stuff. But it's still
Wait,
there.
is the Wild game from Ubisoft?
Yeah, but it's
Oh, they should have played the Imagine Dragons song "Back to Our Roots." Just like how they played. Oh man, dude! Actually, speaking of exciting things for 2016, do you think Ghost Recon? No, yeah, wait, Ghost Recon will come out in 2016.
nope.
Oh no, you're crushing my dreams. Like I'm not even excited for the Division anymore. I don't know if you are, but like
I
I
was
know I know I'm expanding here, but like, dude, I'm really excited for Ghost Recon
That's not coming
because
out this year.
oh my,
Well,
well, it'd be
2016.
next year.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it's not coming out this year. We only got one more
one more
day.
day. Yeah, I
But
think I think they will peg it for like maybe November, December, and it'll get
they get
delayed.
delayed.
It'll get delayed to March. It'll come out 1 year after the division.
Oh, dude, like I'm legit excited about not just because of the cheesy trailer, like the music, but dude, like I'm excited about like the camaraderie because there's not too many of those tactical games out there. You know what I mean? Like cooperation. Instead, like all the cooperation is just like, especially like Call of Duty, right? The campaign for Black Ops 3 is just go forward, shoot stuff. That's it. Like I'm talking like straight like cooperative play. Like I don't know if co-op's in Uncharted 4, but like if there is, and it's just gonna be the wave based thing, right? But like with Ghost Recon, like it's actually gonna be like a tactical kind of game. Like you're gonna actually have to cooperate.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. So like I know people maybe have their fill with that with Rainbow Six Siege, but I, what excites me about, I mean, even though Rainbow Six Siege is also a returning franchise, Ghost Recon is one that I feel like is long overdue. But probably Rainbow Six was probably more overdue than Ghost Recon. But you know what I mean. Ghost Recon, it's got a legacy behind it, and I cannot wait for Wildlands or whatever. Badlands? Wait, Wildlands.
Yeah. The
But
word wild has been used a lot in video games.
because everything's wild.
You got the
Woo!
game wild. You got the what wasn't that The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt? No, not
Yeah,
Wild.
Wild Hunt.
Um that crew expansion was called Wild.
Woo, wild. We're getting
The
wild.
crew Wildlands or something like that. So the word wild has been used a lot in games.
Because everything's wild. Everything's getting crazy.
Crazy wild, man.
But what was it? Basically, in summary, we get to see it, but Far Cry Primal is the Battlefield Hardline of 2016.
It's just that offshoot that misses the mark.
On all fronts, possibly, yeah, because that's what Battlefield Online was. And I don't know if Primal has any multiplayer component. Basically, that's what it is, dude. Like, is Far Cry annualizable? If it's not, then do not do it. Because Battlefield is definitely not annualizable at all. Because EA doesn't have the talent to do it. So we get to see if Far Cry is annualizable.
Yeah.
That's even a word, annualizable.
Annualizable.
Or if it can be annualized, as I should say.
Can it be annualized? There you go.
Can it be annualizable? Can it be annualized? Far Cry. That's the big question here. If it can't, if the low sales figures and the low reviews and basically low gamer response to it, then that's when you know it's a Battlefield Hardline. So
Yep.
that's the simplest terms I can put it, because people know or
Simplest 10-minute terms.
listen to this podcast, remembered Battlefield Hardline now, because I seem to be the person that remembers it the most because it's.
Yeah, I don't know. That game had a deep impact on you, I guess. I don't know.
Because it was a lame game, but from a trusted developer that I love.
Oh, now you love Israel. I said that last week, and you kind of like looked at me weird, like what?
That's well, because I love Dead Space, but they're 50-50 from like other teams, but like the core Visceral team is still very good. You know what I mean? Take back my little stuff on it a little bit, but you know where it comes from.
Yeah, sorry. I had
Hello?
I'm still here. I just got a text message. I don't know if you guys heard my loud text tone. Forgot to put my phone on silent.
No. Whoa, excuse you. You're planning some birthdays and Christmases.
Dude, there were so many birthdays this week. I don't know why so many people have a birthday around Christmas time. Like they have a choice in the matter.
Seem to get,
Like, why would you choose to have your birthday around Christmas?
Born around January, February time. It seems like.
Yeah, a lot of birthdays around. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, yeah. So we covered all the questions. That's good because we went over time. Yeah, because I had two more things I wanted to talk about, but I can easily save them for next week's discussions.
Easily,
yeah. They do tie into probably what we're going to be talking about next week, because next week, get the tease next week. Next week is our 1-year anniversary episode. Doing this for.
I'll pop the champagne.
Oh yeah, next week's our 1 year. 1 year we've been doing this show. So we're gonna have some reflections on that, how we progressed, and maybe have some announcements about how we're going to go forward with the podcast, new ways to do that, and all this and that.
Let me tell you guys, it's going to be exciting.
It'll be exciting stuff, yeah. And I don't know if we're going to be ready to be talking about Game of the Year stuff next week or not, because we haven't played everything.
That's a gray area.
Gray area. Well, I know you are really behind on games. Me, I'm.
Oh yeah. Well, like new games, I should say. But I've been playing games. Don't get me wrong. During this break, I mean, aside from when I got sick, I've been playing games. But like saying like 2015 games, not
well, no,
so
I
much.
mean like just playing what you think is a Game of the Year contender for you. Because for me,
that
is down. For me, I'll tell you this. So it's down to 3 games. It'd be Witcher 3.
Oh, it's down to 3 games.
Metal Gear Solid 5 and Fallout 4. I played a lot of Fallout 4. I'm almost done with Witcher 3, the story. And then once I finish the story of Witcher 3, I'm pretty sure going to spend the next week playing Metal Gear Solid 5. So I'll see if I can make some kind of decision.
There's
between those games.
There's beating Witcher 3. I thought Witcher 3 beats you. This is because there doesn't seem to be an end to that game.
No, there's an end to the story, like the main storyline.
There is?
Yeah, and
No,
it's
really.
yeah, there's an end to the storyline, and then there's the DLC I haven't
There's
touched
never
yet.
any spoiler cast for Witcher 3 because maybe nobody could beat it. Like,
Oh, the final. I don't want to get too deep into it, but the final arc is a little
stupid.
not stupid, but like it's oddly paced. Like when
Up
you
there.
like you think it's done, like you think you're doing the last mission. Nope, you just at the start of the next arc, and then like
Oh no, I
missions,
totally no,
five five
I
more
saw it.
yeah 5 more missions come up that you have to do before the real final mission. And I'm like, what the hell? I thought I was done. And you're like, nope,
No, because I watched my friend playing Witcher 3 and he was doing the same thing. I was like, oh, that's the last mission, right? So I just saw the ending. I was like, nope.
nope,
I was like, wait, that totally felt like the ending.
nope, not the
But
ending,
it's
man.
whatever.
Yeah. So I want to finish it so I can at least have an impression of that story, and I want to go and play some more Metal Gear Solid 5 and get the impression on that stuff before I start calling Game of the Year and stuff and all that.
Well, maybe I can see if I can grab a friend that maybe can bounce off you about what's game of the year this year
Yeah, because I want
for individual.
I want one of these games to make a Game of the Year edition that have us on the box, like Game of the Year PSBS. Like
That would be a very good honor to have by.
yeah, have our name on the box. PSBS said that this game was Game of the Year. Yeah. Like I said, that's what we
With
need to
me,
do.
I don't.
We need to find like some random game that will not win Game of the Year at all, and crown a Game of the Year just so they can make a Game of the Year edition, and we'll be the only person they can put on the box, like Dead Island did.
We could give us some Vita game.
Yeah, because that was the thing about Dead Island. Dead Island got a Game of the Year edition, but only like one website gave Game of the Year, and they ran with it.
So what kind of game of the year edition?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We need to do that. We need to find some random game that won't win Game of the Year, and we'll be the only outlet to give a Game of the Year, and then they can make a Game of the Year edition just based on us.
We'll have to
Batman Arkham Knight.
see. Oh yeah. Batman Arkham Knight game of the year.
The PSBS. They're gonna put that on the front of the box. Winner of one Game of the Year award from PSBS.
So, due to the fact that the main critical reception of Batman Arkham Knight, do you think it's even gonna get a game of the year?
I don't know.
Edition?
We make fun of that game, but it's not a terrible game. We just like
No, it's just that we say that it's what I talked about earlier. It didn't set the world on fire. You know what I mean? Like it was probably fantastic and all that. It wasn't Arkham City. It didn't move things. Like it was a beautiful looking game and all that, but like it didn't. I would have felt compelled to play by now if it like changed something in a particular area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't do that. And then just the story people complained about, and then the stuff you were telling me about it. I am not compelled to play.
Yeah, it's not a bad game. It's a flawed one.
No, but like it's so upsetting because like I know Rocksteady could do better.
Yes.
And I just don't know what really happened. And maybe we'll get to know about that sometime, or like whatever they work on next. It's disappointing to say the least, but it's not disappointing. It's not even like a disappointing game for people. It probably would be if they played on PC. But here, at least on consoles, the game worked fine and everything. But it's just I don't know.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Yep. Yeah. But with that.
Anyways.
Yes, but with that, this has been the PSBS episode 45. Again, I forget to say the episode number at the top of the hour, or in this case, hour and a half. I just like to let people know right away within the
I'm not
first.
sure if anyone's too focused on the chronology.
Yeah, just want to let people know right away what number we're on. So they're not thinking like, did I see this one yet or not? Oh, 45. No, 45. That's the new one. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, this has been episode 45. Tune in next week. It'll be our 1-year episode. And that'll be episode 46, and it'll be our 1-year episode. We'll, like I said, have hopefully some good announcements and reflections and all that good stuff. But yeah, with that, this has been the PSBS episode 44. I'm your host, Code TPS and Bye Boys. My coach here is
Andrew Arenas, double is. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Enjoy and all that. And hopefully we'll... Yeah, fun, be safe, all that good stuff. Play your video games that you rarely got and all that. And
Rock Band, maybe?
Yeah, Rock Band maybe, all that good stuff. And yeah, And hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
2016.
2016. Yep. And